once in a while. Tourists. These people will cross the state line and leave their brains on us. These people will get off the airplane, go around there, pick up all their luggage, and brains still be running around on the carousel. What about me? What about me? Black people do not bungee jump. Don't let nobody fool you. If you happen to be cruising down the boulevard one day and all of a sudden a brother come flying off the bridge, I'm betting cash money homeboy been pushed. Look on stupid. You know, I like Florida. I mean, we got a few other things, you know, like we got them great big old bugs. They call them water bugs. I said, them is roaches. Them ain't no regular roaches. But they don't wait for the lights to go out. They'll walk up on your picnic table in the daytime. Talking about, yo, you through with that? I first came to Florida. When I first came to Florida, because my daddy sent me down here. He knew about Florida. He had first one that came out of our family to Florida. But he had come up out of the backwoods of Alabama, him and my uncle. And the first place they went was to Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I was raised at. Cleveland, Ohio. The only city in history with a river that caught fire. Thus they named it the Mistake by the Lake. But he got off the bus, him and my uncle. He got off the bus at 55th and Euclid Avenue. There was a place there called Leo's Casino. That's where all the big-time folks hang out, talking about James Brown, The Temptation, Aretha Franklin. Everybody played over there at Leo's Casino. Smokey Robinson and the Miracle, Junior Walker and the All-Star. Y'all ain't been saved that long. You know some of these people. Some of them you listen to now. But he walked up to the door, and coming out the door was a man coming out of there that was so clean. He was called Zip Cootie. That was Zip Cootie. He had a Stetson hat that he got from Manhattan. He had on a silk suit, a shirt from Salt Lake City. He was clean. But that didn't impress my daddy. What impressed my daddy was them shoes that he had claimed he got from Jerusalem that happened to be a set of alligator shoes. My dad had never seen no alligator shoes before. And this man knew that my daddy was country, so he said he was going to have a little bit of fun with my daddy. Because my daddy came up to him, he didn't bite his tongue. He said, man, what kind of shoes is them you got on? He said, well, these is gators. He said, gators? What you mean by gators? I got them off the alligator. He said, well, where can I get me some of them shoes off the alligator? He said, you ain't going to find no alligators up here. You're going to have to go down to Florida to find you some gators. And I ain't talking about Gainesville. He said, you're going to have to go deep down in the Florida. So as soon as they crossed the state line, my daddy, uncle jumped off the bus, ran up to the first white man they could find, because he knew this white man could point him to some gators. He said, Mr. Man, I got to get me some gators. Where can I find me some gators? He said, well, you ain't going to find no gators this far up north, boy. You're going to have to go deep down in the Florida. You're going to have to go down there to the Everglades. And that's where you're going to find you some gators. So they rented a Jeep, and straight to the Everglades they shot. Time when they hit the glades, my daddy jumped out the Jeep, ran out into the swamp, grabbed the biggest alligator he could find, and he fought with this alligator. He fought with this alligator for 1 hour, 46 minutes. I know this to be a fact because my uncle was timing him. He said, boy, I'm hungry. I need to go get something to eat. Come on. Finally, they drug this alligator up on the shore, and my uncle said, what's wrong, man? My daddy had a look on. He said, man, he said, what's wrong, bro? What's wrong? He said, man, this scoundrel ain't even got no shoes on. I ain't telling you what I heard. Telling you what I know.